Somebody actually had an interesting question. They texted it on the blur here. What is up with Rachel Uchitel? Do you think that her current things help Tiger Woods?
Her current things?
Her current, what she's doing now, the entire innuendo that she talks about, her being messed up, involved with yet another celebrity.
Yeah, but
married celebrity.
Here's why in some ways it helps. It's like, hey, Nina, can somebody take her earphones? Come here for a second. Watch this. Just watch this.
What?
So, I think on a level, it's bad luck that Rachel Uchitel ended up with two guys who happen to have married pregnant wives.
No, I'm not falling for this. It's not bad luck. How could...
She went nuclear today.
I'm like, are you crazy? I don't want to say what I said earlier, but...
No, don't say what you said earlier, because you cannot say what you said earlier.
That's called making your own luck, right?
Yeah, I'm like, bad. It's good luck for her.
Yeah, but who gets a thrill out of targeting guys with married pregnant women?
She's like a black widow, but she just doesn't kill.
She kills their bank accounts.
Right, she just kills your wallet instead of taking your life.
But she didn't get any money from David
And she still kind of takes your life because your family leaves.
It's true. She takes a huge part of your life.
She's a succubus.
Oh my God.
Wow.
How do you know that word?
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay, thank you.
She is a succubus.
Succubus? God, why are people so obsessed? Any word on how Lindsay's deposition went? You know, I mean, I hear it was contentious, that there were issues about, they asked obviously about whether she was drinking or doing anything else. I mean, I think traces of cocaine were actually found in the car for that bust, but it was nothing where she was charged. And there was an issue about that. But my understanding is she didn't answer that question directly, but they asked about that in the depot. Otherwise, you know, it was a normal depot where, you know, the lawyer objects to some questions, they answer other questions, but it went pretty normally.
Somebody asked here, doesn't it seem odd that Charlie Sheen and Brooke Mueller are already assuming the marriage is over if they are preparing paperwork to end the marriage?
That's such a good question, and it's something that before we posted the story, obviously we have sources on this. I mean, clearly. I mean, we know who the lawyers are. But it seemed really curious to me. And I will tell you that, and we didn't post this. I mean, sometimes we'll talk about things here that we don't necessarily put on the site. But I will tell you, I have talked to some people who have said the divorce is imminent. Okay? And these are people also kind of in the middle of this. But at least the party line and the prevailing view from within their camps on both sides is that the lawyers felt that if they got divorced down the road, they would have to file their papers in dribs and drabs, and it would all become public, and it would become a mess.
Right.
And they're so sick of it that they decided, look, clearly our marriage is in trouble. We're going to try to save it, and we will get all of the documents ready. So in the event we can't save it, we can literally push a button, and it will just happen like that. I mean, on a level, that is hard to swallow.
Yeah.
On a level, that's really hard to swallow. On another level, you can't judge them by your life because they have a different life than you. I mean, it is a crazy life. And that's one of the problems that people have with Michael Jackson and Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan, that you can't look at it through the looking glass of a normal life.
Right.
And who knows how they evaluate things like this. So as crazy as it sounds to us, I can't like totally discount this because on a level, maybe that is a big issue.
What do your sources tell you about whether there's actually love in that relationship? Do they care about each other, or they just? I mean, we posted.
Both sides are saying that they're trying, and both sides on a level are trashing the other side.
Yeah, we posted a story yesterday about how their prenup gives Brooke an incentive to stick it out, because if she makes it...
Well, every prenup does.
Right. If she makes it for 10 years, she gets fully vested, basically as much money as she can get.
Every prenup is
right.
Basically structured, almost.
But I wonder if that's the only reason she'd stick it out. And they have
No.
Yeah.
No.
You live together for a while, you develop a connection with somebody, you think
yeah, I don't think money is motivating this one. I really don't. And even no matter what the prenup says, the way this game works is everybody challenges prenups and, we'll challenge it in court, and they end up settling for something between what the prenup is and what they would get if it were just straight community property. So that always happens in these cases. if a pimp forces a girl to prostitute herself, but she appears... This sounds like a hypothetical.
No,
that
it's
I'm
it's something I've been sort of rattling around in my brain for a while, and I haven't been able to come to an answer. But go ahead.
Okay, if a pimp forces a girl to prostitute herself, but she appears willing to the John, how can the John be held responsible for rape? Doesn't he have to be aware of the coercion to be complicit in it?
Well, remember, he's charged not with rape, not forcible rape. He's charged with having sex with a minor, which constitutes what's called statutory rape.
But did the police in this case say that the $300 actually changed hands?
Well, they're charging him with rape. So, I'm sorry, with prostitution.
So, I mean, are they saying the money changed hands?
Yes.
So, I mean, the premise of this is kind of faulty. That I think the more interesting question is, I think what they're saying is, if he has sex with her and doesn't really understand, but how do you do that if it's prostitution? How do you do that when money isn't discussed up front? It's not prostitution.
Yeah.
It's just not prostitution.
Right. Where I thought the question was going,
You can't say afterwards, and by the way, I want money.
Right. The question I want to know is, can a pimp be charged with a statutory rape, or even with rape if he coerces?
What about conspiracy to commit statutory rape?
I would think that's there. Also with even maybe with forcible rape, in that he's coercing her presumably through duress, some sort either financial duress or threat to her physical self. If she doesn't have sex with him, I'm going to hurt you. I don't know if that happened here, although we don't. The allegation is that he punched her. The allegation that he punched her before she had sex with Lawrence Taylor. I would think that could potentially even be a forcible rape charge, not just a statutory rape charge.